Uh, Hello and welcome to my video. I'm not exactly sure what's really put in most of this, so I hope you're all doing well. Hope this video finds you well, and hope that you're having the best time you possibly can amidst all of this stuff going on. While I'm saying that, I was asked to make the next video for this week, as you know, we do our best to adapt to these times and still try to have different messages for everybody in their day-to-day life to help them move forward. So I guess to start, I'm doing all right. Uh, the quarantine has sort of killed my job at the moment, and I'm pretty much going to go home until this all sort of blows over for a period of time. So prayers my way and your way would be appreciated in that. But by like many of you, I assume, or maybe not, because some of us work from home and have different types of jobs. I found myself with a lot of free time, a lot of time to sort of dive into hobbies and other things, and a lot of temptation and pull to like lean into what's easy, especially given we don't know how long this may go on. Really, there's been a lot of pull to be like, why like dig deep into like other things? Why have that urgency to go after people, to go after friends and family and whatnot when foreseeably many people will be at home for weeks, if not maybe a month or more. But as many of the videos have by Rob and Lucas have sort of pointed out, this time offers a great opportunity to dig deeper into our faith. And as time has gone on, I've read more of Mark, and it's been really helpful for me because I think something I hold on to always when thinking about Christ and Jesus is that he came to heal. He came to make the world whole again. And it's very clear in what he says, what his actions are, what he did. And like as I've read through Mark, and we deal with this sort of widespread illness, I really hold on to different verses of like Mark 1:29 through 34, where Jesus goes and helps heal Simon's mother, and then uh, also Mark 1:39-41, where he heals a man with leprosy. If I can double check from my notes, yes. And even more in like Mark 7, where he was healing people and everybody just came out from the countryside to be healed. And I think that's always encouraging for me to remember that that's the God we serve, that's the God who cares for us, that's who we pray to, that's who died for us. And I think this is a great time to really go to like hold on to that and remember that. But I think it's still a great time to be drawn into action. Many of our friends and family members are in the same position as us. I was really encouraged by Lucas's video where he talked about how he was catching up with his neighbor and offered church service and like to help get groceries. And I'm sure all of us have somebody at least directly in our lives or tangentially in our lives, like a friend of a friend who could use help in these times, and that we could look to help in ourselves wherever we find ourselves and whatever. I mean, obviously, still be wise. Don't just go like, don't be crazy, but this is still, there's a lot of need now more than ever. And it's a great time to really step out of our comfort zones and be there. Other ways we can sort of help one another and go after one another's prayer request. Ask each other what our needs are. Really go after seeking each other and being a part of one another's lives. Just checking in how people are doing spiritually, how they're doing mentally. I know a lot of us can get a bit stir crazy inside our houses, or just get lonely, depending on your living situation and what have you. And outside of that, I mean, this is a great time to dig into your Bible. Uh, this is a perfect time to really slow down and do that. As well as, if you're like me, read spiritual books. I personally am the type of person that if somebody recommends me something to read, I'm all for it. I will even go and buy it, but I will probably like almost never read it because that's just somehow how my brain disconnects from things. It's like, oh, cool, yeah, no, I bought that, doo. And then, you're at home, you're working, you get pulled this and that way, and finding the time to like actually sit down and read a book can be a challenge sometimes. So I think another something great that we could maybe do as a ministry is really uh, create a list or maybe just run through brainstorm ideas of things we can do in this lockdown to build ourselves up as a body of believers, as individuals, as what have you, maybe, and the like. And, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say. As for, I think maybe ending with a challenge to these videos would be helpful. So if Chris Gregory ends up watching this, I'll probably text him as well. But I would challenge him to make the next video within like a few days. I'm not sure exactly what the timelines are, but I do hope you're all well. As many of theirs go, let me just specifically quote it from Galatians, as most of Paul's letters go. Grace and peace to you all, and I hope you're all doing well.